De que se hagan
Santa madre, ahorita vemos qué pedo.
So this is safe space. Safe space.
For real. This is an AA meeting.
Hey, this isn't her. This isn't our tia and like all this. And it's like Mark Twain. I have a dream. What a wonderful world.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, I think that's Mark Twain, right?
In the oscuridad.
He said, was that why you had your nightlight?
Yeah, I was so traumatized. I was like, that's Michael Jackson. I was like, I was like,
Me and Prodigy, let's cause a scene, let's cause commotion, let's cause this steady, man, get up.
oh, fuck. I think I actually saw it, bro.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, you're gonna be high as hell, bro. You're gonna be dude, man, you did so much, bro.
That's what I do every day, bro. Damn.
Animal! Have you seen that freaking, the one about that guy that is a cop and he goes to that freaking...
Oh, Arena. No, es Arena. Ay, Angelito, juegan.
de que se hagan
Santa madre, ahorita vemos qué pedo. Qué pedal, qué highs, qué rollo, qué Pedro, pinche Pablo. ¿Y esta quién es? ¿Es tu vieja?
Es López, teniente. Lleva con nosotros 6 años.
Ah, pues qué chingón. Pues qué chingona está tu vieja. Que se armen los pinches chingadazos. Nel. No es coca. Es harina. Se me hace que me voy a dar un paquetito para que mi esposa se rife con unos bolillitos. Para unas tortas con jamón chingón, jamón del bueno. Ay, papaya de Celaya. Ay, papantla, tus hijos vuelan. ¡Vámonos, perras! ¡Ah! La adicción a la droga genera, entre otras cosas, ansiedad, pánico, mucho miedo. Ahora que si te vas a volver adicto, mejor vuélvete adicto a la risa de Backdoor. Suscríbete a la de ya, al canal de Backdoor. Ramírez, ¿ya te suscribiste?
And then he goes, Hasta así es.
Ay, está rica tu vieja. Ay, ánimo.
¡Ánimo!
Bro, do you know that they make a series on Netflix? Not Netflix.
On that?
Amazon?
Of them?
Yeah, of him.
Not even.
Yeah, and it takes place after that viral video.
Oh my god. Hey, it was funny as well. It was funny.
No, it's funny as
It was
fuck.
funny. Hey, how about this? I know you're gonna know it. Chavo del Ocho.
Boy, which
The
one?
new series.
Oh, bro. I can't wait for that. You know that it's about, like, what happened behind the scenes
I was
and,
gonna
like,
say.
how, like...
Because they had the curtains and everything, and they were like making it like esta es la historia, and then they had the typewriter and all that.
Yeah. You know what they're going? I feel like what they're going to touch on is the relationship that Florina Mesa, the one that had like Doña Florina and Professor Faris.
Their story.
Yeah, because turns out, well, I don't know, could be.
Don't say it was in
allegations. Allegedly. That the actor of Professor Faris and Doña Florina, they had like a secret. They had a secret. Like they were like, you know, like
El Chavo.
You know, feet on the floor, hard, and yeah. But I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's going to be on Max.
On Max, yeah. I saw it, dude. It looks pretty good. Like obviously because it's like everything is all like modernized and it looks like just a lot more like polished because 4K and all that.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
It just looks really good. I don't know, something about it. It just makes it look really good. Pero también ¿cómo se llama the one that killed Selena?
Oh, Yolanda Salvador.
Yolanda, how she didn't like they just canceled her release. Like she's gonna be like no more. She's staying in there because the second she goes out, she's gonna get killed and all that.
But because we fucking Mexicans, we
hold a
fucking
grudge.
we hold a grudge, bro. Except for Michael Jackson, because that fucking doctor that you remember killed Michael Jackson, he got out, and you don't see fucking like Michael Jackson fans like fucking
We
like
don't kill you.
yeah,
It's-
exactly. But hey,
I didn't even know he got out, bro. There was no story about him.
Nah,
they
bro.
didn't hit him with the like, this is my side of the story, bro. This is the reason why I did it, man.
my side of the story.
My side. I mean, that's what they did with Yolanda, right? They were
Oh
like,
my
this is
God.
my side. Like, you guys don't know the truth. Like, okay, so what's the truth, bro? And she's like, I fear for my life. How are you gonna fear for your life from Esta Selena? What was she gonna do? She wasn't gonna do anything, but she was like, nah, I feared the dad because she got her fucking tires slashed and all that. Because what is it? He was over here saying like, you're not a good influence. I like my daughter or whatever. Like you're making her do all these other ventures and all that, but it's like it's all just Selena's idea. She wanted to do all these things.
And then she was saying that that she got like molested, got sexually assaulted,
You said
And-
bleep.
and she like was making up like this big ass, fake ass like story to like Serena, from Serena to Serena, and that's how Selena, of course, she felt bad because Selena was like a good ass person. Like she was
Yeah.
so down to earth and humble, and like she wanted to help out and all that. She just had like empathy towards Yolanda. So
Yeah.
and then turns out it was like 2 instances of like Yolanda and Selena. They went to the hotel, to the motel, where she got shot. And the first time was like because Yolanda told Selena that she had the papers of all the revenue, all the taxes about
Yeah.
like
And all the things that
the
she was stealing because she was
Yeah.
stealing money and all
and then
that. Yeah.
what was it, Chris?
Her boyfriend or her husband, right?
Yeah, her husband at the time. He went with her on that first time.
Oh, where she didn't do anything.
Yeah, she didn't do anything because, of course,
He was
Yolanda. Yes, he was there, waiting in the car. Serena and Yolanda were inside of the motel.
Mhm.
And the second, it was actually, I believe, the next day. That it was like early in the morning because that's what happened. Like it was like early in the morning. I forgot what time it was, but it was early, but not like too early. So
close to before like noon.
Yeah, close
to noon.
to noon. And then Chris, turns out like Chris was sleeping still, and Selena was like,
well, did you see that he just got his car back?
Who?
Because Chris.
Really?
Yeah, because they had to use it like as evidence and all that, and then they impounded it. So it was like the truck, right? It was like it was a gift that Esta Selena gave to him, and he just got it back like not so long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he got his truck back, and he was like all excited and stuff.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Yes, dude. It's crazy because it's like that was held as evidence because what was it? They were saying that she was already Yolanda was already in the car, right? While she was calling the cops.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I'm gonna shoot myself, I'm gonna kill myself. She was my best friend.
That was a lie, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like Yolanda had like an obsession, a love.
Oh, she was obsessed fan.
Like she was an obsessed fan, and I feel like
because she started it.
She fell in love,
Yeah.
and she's the one that
started the club.
started the club, and put all like these ideas to Selena, like we should do this for your fans,
All for your fans.
And Selena, of course, she would want to do that because she loves her fans. It's not like these other celebrities that say, "Oh, I love my fans," when in reality. No,
Little did they know, bro. Little did she know, bro. She was an obsessed fan that all she wanted to do was like Did she start like kind of dressing up more like her? Like,
Oh yeah, she was buying like so many. She used like all the money, like all the revenue, all the with like taxes and all that stuff.
it's crazy.
She bought like a lot of like freaking jewelry. Sorry, I'm not trying to curse, bro. But sorry, y'all. But
so
but
this
she
is safe space. Safe space.
for real. This is an AA meeting.
Hey,
We talk about trauma.
he said, "Where's my glasses at, bro?"
For real.
Where's
my notebook?
He said,
To write down.
dude, I was gonna do that, bro. I literally thought about it. I was like, "Ooh, let me get my 3D glasses from upstairs."
You should have
I
gotten
showed
those.
him, bro. I was like, take out the. But continue.
But yeah, like that's how she was getting all that nice ass clothes, all the like the car and.
Well, yeah, she was stealing
everything.
money from because the club, right? You had to spend money to get to be in the club,
Yeah,
right? It was like that's
yeah.
how it was to be in a super fan club. Like, oh, we'll send you like merch or whatever.
Yeah, it was like it was something little too.
And then she was like, Yolanda, why aren't these people getting this? Or like something like started happening where it was like she started noticing, yo, like funds aren't going to where they're supposed to be going. And then that's when she started noticing. And then she was like, no, it's okay. And then the dad's over here, está robando. And stuff.
It was the dad that actually found out. It was the dad when he was like looking
But what
at
is
all
he
the...
who is he to speak though too? Because he was over here doing the same thing.
Oh, honestly,
like,
bro.
Like everybody just over here left and right was like backstabbing her. The only person that was somewhat sane was like the mother, because she was the one that was like, hey, like, what are you doing to like the father? And then he was always like, be quiet, like freaking don't say anything. Like,
yeah, he was like,
she wants to do this.
I understand that he wanted to protect her and all that. Like, of course, yeah. But I felt like, as like the viewer, as like the fans, I feel like she was a little like overbearing, and he was like that macho type that like I feel like us Latin males that we are alpha males that we are that we want to be a boss of everything.
Be the boss, be the provider, be everything at the end. But that was crazy. And what is the other thing that happened? Esta Yolanda también, she was over here like, so Selena, like, I was over here like keeping all the secrets like you were like having like with the Chris thing, because they had to keep their relationship a secret.
Yeah.
And if her dad were to find out, like he would have like, offed the Chris or something, or been like, you gotta go, bro. Like you can't be in the group anymore, because like, why are you with my daughter?
Oh yeah. They showed Chris in the movie.
Yeah.
And Netflix series.
Yeah. Like there was like the secret affair, but it wasn't even an affair.
Yeah, it was like a affair of it wasn't with Chris, it was some other guy. It was like doctor. It was a doctor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but why are you saying this? Like years later that Serena is not here. And Selena can't.
That she was with the doctor as well.
Yeah, it was like an older doctor. I'm like, like to me, I feel like I don't know.
There's something missing.
No, there's something missing, bro. And it's like things that didn't add up right.
I think that's just how it's gonna be for like. I think the rest of the cases, like the rest of her life, now because she's gonna die pretty soon, bro. She's like, well, how old is she? Like 60, 70, bro. I don't know.
60, 70.
I don't even know.
And she's still in prison.
Yeah, she's gonna be in there for like almost the rest of her life. Like her family, I saw the thing where like her family was over here like, this isn't her, this isn't our tia, and like all this, and it's like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because they're trying to make her seem like she's like a good person, and it's like I think that's how they wanted to depict the documentary, as if Yolanda was a good person, and is she really innocent?
That new documentary that they made like what, a couple months ago, or
almost a year ago already, over a year ago.
Yeah, over a year ago. That wasn't like from it wasn't from both sides. It was just only one side. I didn't see it, but the way how the trailer was, and it seemed like it was only one side, and it was her story.
It was her story, yeah.
And I found out that the family didn't have any input. There was no like, any discussion with Serena Quintanilla family, with Chris, with no one.
Yeah, I think they tried debunking it later on. They were like, no, this is what we got. Like, there's files on this stuff. Pero I think the actual person that did the documentary, I think she was like white or like whitewashed Mexican, like really whitewashed Mexican. Or I could be wrong, but I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna like put her up there.
Yeah, Google that.
I'm gonna Google that because I could. I'm up there in that one.
Put it somewhere. I don't know.
Is that?
I don't know how you do it, Michael. I don't know.
He said, no, ready. It's gonna come from the grave. It's gonna come from the grave and it's gonna go up.
Okay. Right up
Boom,
here.
right there, right in the young status. It's right there. That's her. She was the one that did it. Like she did her own research or whatever. Like because she had to do a documentary. But besides
that, also I want to point out too, like I feel like with so many sudden deaths of famous people like Serena, Elvis, Michael Jackson.
Elvis was overworked.
Oh, he was overworked.
Michael Jackson. That one's a crazy one. I remember going into that one.
That dude, I feel like Michael Jackson was
misunderstood.
Was destined to die and get killed because at that time, who was the most popular, famous black artist besides Prince, of course? Whitney Houston was still there, but she was having her own problems.
Who's the other one? Mark Twain. I have a dream. And still I ask myself, what a wonderful world.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. I think that's Mark Twain, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I suck at it, bro.
I
suck at it.
It's because I remember in music class, they were teaching us about it, and it was like Mark Twain, or like, I have a dream. And then he was really good, though. And Michael Jackson. Funny thing is, I don't know if you knew about this. I think you probably did because he's like a massive MJ
bro,
fan,
massive
right?
fan. I
remember years ago he had his costume. He had the freaking glove and everything.
And the wig.
And the wig. Bro. How can you forget the wig? The curls on him, bro.
But I felt fabulous, bro. I was in my zone. Bro.
It wasn't just a regular day though. It was a reason why. It was Halloween. It was Halloween.
It was like 4th grade, bro.
Yeah.
With Mrs. Kowalski.
Miss Kowalski. Oh
my
damn,
God.
That's how long it was, bro. How do I remember that like that?
It was, but I have a fucking good memory, bro. I have a good memory.
I didn't remember it was then, but I remember it happening. But what was it with Michael Jackson? He didn't. He was I think it was like his parents didn't want him to be in the group in the Jackson 5.
Oh no, they wanted him
because it was like I think it was the mom or somebody that was like, no, you're still too young.
The mom was. The dad
wanted
him so bad, so he could sing with I think it was Jermaine, because Jermaine was the head singer. So someone can quote me on that or but yeah, and the dad wanted Michael to sing with the group because he had like a wonderful voice, and that's when I think from there that's when everything started to go good for him and for his family, but also I think mentally and emotionally, that's when it started to,
take a toll on him.
Take a toll, bro.
Yeah.
With the surgeries and
yeah, because his dad was the one that was telling him like, oh, you have a big nose or something, or like,
like he had pimples and like
and he had is it alopecia? Or what was it? The skin condition? Vitiligo?
Yeah, vitiligo. Which is like red for.
And it was just like in his hands, and then it started like spreading, and that's when he started bleaching his skin.
Yeah, because it makes sense because like. What
might as well do everything, but then it was like it's unhealthy to bleach your skin, especially like to the amount that he had. He had like freaking tubs of that, and he would just be sitting in the tub with the bleach on, and like, right? That's how he did it, kind of. Yeah, because
Uh,
in the
they,
bathtub,
he had a hypobaric chamber, something like that.
and he would just be sprayed with it.
Something like that. I don't know because with Michael Jackson, if you want to research like real deep research about like his life and all that, it's like you can't really find the real truth, and so it's like it's hard to find the real truth, but some of it you have to really get deep into it and look for it. Like,
Look deep into it. So, do you
yeah.
believe in the whole thing where it was like he's not dead? Because like you've seen there was
Oh,
like
he's dead. I think as a kid, I thought that he was still alive
and he
for
was
some
somewhere
weird
else.
reason. Yeah, he was somewhere else, but I think now he's dead. He's gone. Right? He's gone. Right?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but he he has the wife or had the wife. Was it Elvis Presley's daughter?
Marie Presley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a son as well. Michael Jackson has a son, or is it son or daughter?
He has
Like few.
two sons and one daughter. One's name is Prince. The other one's name is Paris, and the other one is Blanket. But now he's like called BG, something like that. But he's like so like in his own private life. He doesn't have like social media.
Yeah.
I know this stuff because it's like, you wonder.
Well, I don't know, but there was things going on where they were saying that he was still alive because there was this one video or like picture that was taking place, and it was him because he's always been covered up as well. He's always had like his hat, and then he's always had his mask on, and then with the glasses.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Because it was in his funeral. There was one in his
funeral.
That's bro. And then there's another one in the yacht.
Bro, those people that make those videos and like it's scary as fuck because it's like scary as hell. It's when like one time like a news like I forgot what it was called, but like this like pop culture news, they went to like Michael Jackson's house and
I remember that one.
You know what I'm talking about? I think I showed you it, or you showed it to me, and I was like, one of us showed it to one another.
He just walked by. I remember.
He walked by, and I'm like, hell no. And it was scary when I went to bed because I was like, oh damn, like what the fuck, like I would be in my room and I would like try to close my eyes and then the lights are off and then I would open up my eyes and I felt like something was like poking out of my fucking closet, bro. I was like, nah, I was traumatized, bro. That's what I said, bro. That's what I said. I was always like my mom. I would always be scared because I was like, no man, no quiero dormir solo en la oscuridad. No.
He said, was that why you had your nightlight?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you saw my nightlight, the car. I know, bro. I was like,
he said that was a reason.
Nah. Hell no, bro. Nah, I was scared out of my mind, bro. Especially when he died. I was living in a nursing home.
Yeah, that time?
Yeah, because quick story, I was born with a tumor, so...
Yeah, if y'all didn't know he was...
Well, obviously.
Yes.
I lived in a nursing home from 7 months to 12 years, and I lived in that nursing home on weekdays, and then on the weekends I would go with my mom. I should say my mom, even though my parents lived together and all, but I was always with my mom.
Yeah, it was like one was more involved than the other.
Yeah, but anyway, so I lived in that nursing home, and when Michael Jackson died in the nursing home, I was like, I wouldn't be able to sleep, bro. I was scared. I was so scared because, like, I felt like I would, like, close my eyes and I felt like Michael Jackson would, like, pop up and open up the door because the door would be closed because there would be, like, 3 other people because it wasn't, I didn't have my own room. So it was, like, 3 other like
People.
kids that still live there and that live there because of their medical issues.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, fuck. And then they would be sleeping, I'll be awake. And then I would like get up and I would walk around. And you know what was scary, bro? I would go downstairs and it wasn't like a basement because it was like basement, sort of not. It was like a sort of like a dining room, dining hall
So
area.
is it more like? Do you think it was like more like a retirement type of home looking thing?
It was like for kids that their parents couldn't take care of them, or kids or adults that didn't have any families and that they were abandoned. And so one day I went downstairs and it was dark, bro. No one is there, bro. It was like
no nurses, no nothing.
No nurses, no staff, no nothing. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever, because I was 99% of that time when I was living there, I didn't sleep at all, bro. I would come to school, I was so fucking tired. But anyway, back to the story. I would be there and I would walk around. And I kid you fucking not, bro. I would hear fucking like noises down there, and it was like I would come out of the elevator, and I would go on my right side because when I was
when you said the lights were off too.
Yeah, and the lights were off, and there was like a open. I don't know what you call it, like automatic open door, and it was like open outside. It was open like literally outside. And so I would go on my right side, right? So I'm walking and then I turn to my right. And then when I go into the middle of the hallway, right down there on my right side, it was like pitch fucking black, bro. And I was like, hell to the nah. And I felt like I saw someone pass by. And in my mind, I was so traumatized. I was like, that's Michael Jackson. I was like, fuck out of there. I was like, open your fucking, the fucking elevator so it could fucking open. And I was like, nah, hell no. This is some white people shit. I ain't going down there to a fucking hallway. Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean, bro? Go explore it, bro.
I didn't fucking white. Hell no. That's what white people do,
bro.
Bro.
Like up there, you know how there's a sign that says exit or something? Did it have a sign? Or it was like you know how it's like a red sign somewhere?
How the fuck can you go, bro?
Does it?
Yeah, because it was like it always had
like a sign, something.
It was
that would make it even
hospital.
worse, bro. You see this sign up there and you're like, okay, and it's kind of like flickering, like the redness of it, and then you see the doors, the automatic doors open. And nobody's there. Oh my dude, that's like the hash slinging slasher, bro.
Especially because too, like how I said that downstairs in the basement, like in front of the elevator, there was like an automatic door. There's like 2 doors. So the first one and then the last one was like you get outside, you can go outside. There was actually coyotes, bro, and cause it was like there was like a river.
Oh dang!
Yeah, so there was like a river right by the parking lot in the back of the
place
of the nursing home, and I was like, hell no. And it was like when it would get windy, it was like so like. It was like some Scooby-Doo type of shit, but like if it was Scooby-Doo, but
bro, I can just imagine you just going like that, and then you know how they're like freaking still running, but they're not even moving anywhere, but they're just going like that.
Exactly, bro. And with my big ass head, well, not big ass head, but with my big ass like face, I was like, always like exactly, and. No, bro, but that was like one of the scariest moments
you've ever had
in that place because I was like, I did not explore or any type of shit. But
for it.
Let me go back. I did explore my second and last time, and when I went to explore, bro, I was like, yeah, I'm going back, bro.
I'm done, bro.
I went to the room where they would fix like the wheelchairs for like other it was fucking hot as fuck. I was like, yeah, no, Never mind.
Bro, I'm just
I was
imagining
gonna-
so much things right now in like that type of nursing home. All I think about is like a wheelchair, and you know how like it was like it's just on the ground, right? Like just like tipped over, and all you see is that one wheel just spinning.
Oh, that's some like Stephen King
Yeah, like,
shit, bro.
dude, bro. Like, have you played the game? What's it called? It starts with an O. It was a free game on Xbox that they gave to you, and it was just a scary game, bro.
Oh,
It was like in an insane asylum. It starts with an O, bro. Outlast. Outlast, bro.
Oh, really? I was thinking of I've seen clips, but I was thinking of another game called something where you you go into like a haunted house or like a real small house, and you had to like identify the ghost.
The ghost in it? I've not played that now, but this one was Outlast.
Okay.
Bro, Outlast, bro, was so creepy because it was in an insane asylum.
Uh-huh.
And all you see is like patients in their wheelchairs, but they're like they're dead. And then all of a sudden or they have like a really like disformed face because they're creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden like you see one patient, like mentally like ill patient, and now he's running after you and stuff in there.
Uh-huh.
And then they have like this big fat guy that also is like he throws acid at you or something. Like, bro, it's just creepy. That's just what it reminds me of when you just told me that. I'm really like, dang.
I find it funny how you say like fat dudes because every single like
horror movie,
horror game always has a fat dude. The Last of Us, that game that you just said.
Oh man.
You could say I would consider Five Nights at Freddy maybe.
Five Nights at Freddy's
because
the Freddy's.
Freddy's like a fat ass dude and teddy bear animatronic, but still, and it's like what is so like. Why are like horror games so obsessed with
it's because I think these are scary, bro. Something about them is just ominous. Like we watched the movie, the one with Nicolas Cage.
Which one?
Or who did I watch it with? I don't know. It was the one where he was a killer. He killed like little kids on their birthday. Long Legs. Remember?
Oh,
yeah, we did watch it. We did watch it.
Oh yeah, we went to go see it.
Yeah, bro. It's like that, bro. Bro, dude. I don't know. It's like the ominous feeling that you know something is wrong. Like, remember when this kid was over here like, oh hi, and then the mom's over there just like what are you doing out?
Oh yeah, when that girl was like she just moved in with her mom and to a new house in a new neighborhood, and like she was like in her room or the living room. I feel like she
saw somebody outside.
Yeah, and then it was Long Legs, but we still didn't see his face, right? And then when she got out, she went outside and went in like to the streets. Well, no, to the backyard. But on the other side of her house?
Yeah, it was in the backyard, yeah.
Yeah, in the backyard. Yeah, you're right.
And years later, right? Because now she's over here like...
all traumatized.
Because she moved back in, right? Because she was a kid, and as a kid, she saw Long Legs, and it was her birthday, and he was like, oh, happy birthday, and all that. And I think after that was when the mom took him under her wing or whatever. Or maybe like
she was like influenced
yeah,
by him
because he has a very like coursing type of way of doing things.
It was like a
Charles Manson type of deal. Charlie Manson,
Charles Manson type of like cult
coursing
thing, but it was like only one person.
Yeah, it was a cult because she was over here. She was what was it? She was like one of the nuns almost, or like what?
Yeah, she was like she dressed as like a nun.
Yeah,
and would kill the parents of the kids that just kind of that had like their birthday and it was their birthday.
No, she would trick them, and then
hypnotize
them, and then
it was like a necklace or something.
They would kill the kid, and I think like themselves or something right after because they said no witnesses or something.
Yeah, right? No witnesses, And
That thing, oh my god, bro, that thing was crazy.
that was traumatizing,
That
bro.
movie was literally like I felt afterwards. I was just like, bro, I don't know.
And then when he Longlegs was in the interrogation, and he was being interrogated, and then he wanted to see the main character,
The
the girl, and he started like bashing his face on the table, and then he killed himself. And
Oh
he
yeah,
killed himself on the freaking
he was so mentally ill, bro. It was crazy.
It was weird. Not weird, not weird in a bad way, but what the fuck type of
It's
weird?
just creepy, bro. Because it's like that's how insane this guy was. But yeah, like he was like, oh, but no, he was also caused by somebody else too. On top of that, it was like it wasn't just like he was just mentally ill. I think it was like there was also like
the
a demon.
The
Yeah,
demon. It was the demon because he like summoned this demon
or
that
something. Yeah,
something like that. And then when you found out that where he was living throughout these whole years was in the basement of the girl's house and her mother. And the mother knew, but the little girl, well, not little girl, she was
anymore.
already,
Now she's a grown up.
she was a grown up now. She was a main
But she was
character.
like a detective
Yeah, she was a detective.
in the case of the long
in the
leg.
case of Longlegs. She found out that Longlegs was living in the house with them for so long, and she never fucking knew. It was like, oh hell no.
Dude, that was oh my gosh.
I question myself, how the frick does white people survive in horror movies, bro? And we're
Bro,
like the ones, and then the other minorities are the ones
Dice,
that
"Ah,
get
su
killed
madre, ya me
first."
voy.
Nah, bro. If we're in a group of friends, go to like a haunted house, or there's like a haunted house, or there's like a weird noise in the woods that we hear, and you see that one white dude say, "Hey, let's go check it out. We should go see it."
Hey guys,
we're like,
let's go solve this mystery.
bro.
Freaking.
And us Mexicans, white people, or like black people, or Asian people, we're like, hell nah.
We out of here.
No,
Man.
No,
He said,
that's
why
why
do you
we
think, bro, whenever I freaking would hear some things outside in Mexico, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just staying inside my house. What do you mean?
Exactly.
The second I hear, ay, mis hijos, I'm like, yeah, I am staying inside.
Exactly. People would say, there was some people always would be like, but you guys have like Cocuy and La Llorona. Aren't you scared? Yeah, we're scared, but we stay in the house. We ain't stupid like y'all.
Away, bro. We stay away. We're not.
We stay away.
Wrong.
We have some common sense.
Bro, remember that movie, The Terrifier, bro? Oh my gosh.
Which one?
The new one. Remember when we watched it?
When he killed the family, was like.
And then when that girl, like, you know how she like slit her everything, and then like she stayed in the tub for like years or whatever, and then all of a sudden years later she came back.
Yeah,
dude, that one was the most creepy girl, and all you see is like her freaking stabbing herself, and she's like like in down there, you know.
And then
remember?
she had like that knife, and then she was doing something with that knife that I don't want to say.
It's demonetization.
There's demonetization right there. It will get blocked, but.
So here's the video.
Exactly. Imagine you put it up there, and then we'll keep on talking, and it's happening in the background, and then people are
gonna be blurred out if anything.
Exactly, bro. But no, but
that one was so creepy.
That one was so creepy, but it was a good one. It was a good
movie for sure. I liked it, but it was just definitely like you see her teeth and everything. Like her whole face was all freaking like cut up.
Yeah,
and how she looked before, right? Because it was because what was it? She was a normal girl.
Yeah,
and
it was.
Then
remember in
she
the
had
second
a baby.
one.
Yeah, in the second one, she was in the insane asylum, and she was like, everything is okay or whatever.
Because in the second one, she was best friends with the main character. I forgot what was the main character's name. And she was like in her room, and then that's when Art the Clown, the Terrifier, came in and freaking
planted a seed, bro.
Open up her, you know. He did a lot of stuff. He did a lot of stuff to her, and that's why she's all
crazy.
all red and all demonized, and
Bro,
her eyes are all fucked up.
Dude, that
And
got me,
then,
bro.
oh my god, bro, no. And then instead of having red blood, she had black. Oh my god, it was like nasty, bro.
She had some weird things going on inside on her, bro. Like it was just not it, man.
Nah.
And the way she like all these characters died and everything. This time it was like the part 3 was like probably like the
brother
worst one.
died. The lady brother.
my
I felt bad because I was like, damn, I thought he was going to live, but no, he died. He died.
I almost forgot about that. Yeah. Oh my, yeah. And then it was just her.
Yeah, it's just her and I think the little girl, the cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
she tried
Because
to
then the
save.
mom got like
Oh, she got
annihilated.
freaking like
rats inside her mouth.
oh, bro. And then they,
Oh my gosh, yeah, bro. I remember that like the water scene, bro. The shower scene.
oh, which one?
The one where like that girl's obsessed with the whole entire Art the Clown thing.
Oh yeah, and she was
she was over here
again.
like and she was like, "Ooh, I'm getting turned on, bro." By that is like it's wild, bro. But nah, and then the way that they both died, it was just.
Oh my god, that was fucking. I found it funny. The reason why I found it funny is because
what he does,
what he does, and his reaction, especially when it was like almost at the end of the movie. Art and like the girl that was all demonic and all that had the main character like all tied up, and Art was like right behind her, and when Art passed by, he like hit it on the back of the head. Like it was funny, bro, because it was like what the Mexican mom was like. Not the back of the answer.
He would just be doing that, or
he did it twice, bro. He did it twice, and it was like, nah, bro. It was so funny.
No, he's messed up. And then like, so she has like some regenerative superpowers, right? Like she just
she was like basically like an angel.
Immortal, bro. She was immortal.
She was like immortal with that.
Yeah, with the sword that she had because of her dad or something. It was just a wild thing. But dang, we've been talking for like 40 minutes, bro. You see how fast podcasting is?
Yeah, bro.
He said it's very weird, but
because I think the flow, because like
it's got to flow, bro. You know when you
especially we've been homies for so long.
Yeah, bro. You know we
since like I want to say we knew I knew about you in like first grade.
Oh my god!
And then
Miscando's class was I think when we started talking a little bit more.
Yeah, it was like in fourth grade or something like that. But like I knew you and you knew me before like we actually fucking talking.
It was because the only thing, the iconic scene, bro. Okay, there's always gonna be like an iconic thing that like makes you just not forget somebody. For me, the iconic scene was when you said, "I have a bomb," and it was like,
oh yeah,
I would never forget about that.
Yeah,
it's like, oh dang, this guy has dark humor, and it was like you're young. I'm like, I was a kid over here hearing that, and everybody started laughing and dying. Like I think if you were that age today, I don't think that would be acceptable. The teacher would be over here like, "What is wrong with you?" or something.
Yeah, I think if I said that now, that
in retrospect,
yeah. But to whoever's watching this, I don't know who, 100 people, 200 people,
50.
What he's like referring to is that I used to carry I used to have like a backpack, but it had like
a G-tube.
Milk and a G-tube where will like give me like formula, like my nutrition and all of that. So I would have that in like every day, but like at 12 o'clock, like lunchtime.
So there was a specific time?
Yeah, it would be like at 12 o'clock, like 12 o'clock or 11, and it would be like lunchtime.
I thought you always had it on. Look, I think.
No.
So you would have times when you would have it off?
Yeah.
What the heck? I always seen you with it.
No,
it's,
but
it's
and then because like it was like when it was like finished, like going through it and like be like the bag would be empty or for me it was like didn't so loud like and I would be so fucking embarrassed, bro, because I was like, oh, hell no. And then everyone's like, what is that? What is that? And everyone started staring at me. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, it's a bomb.
It's a bomb.
And everyone started laughing. And it
You
was
see?
like,
And that's how he became more iconic in that. He stood out afterwards, you know. He stood apart from everybody else. Because I mean, people wouldn't judge him like that. Like, I mean, I'm assuming there'd be some people, right? That would be like looking at you, but then again, they're kids. So
they would be looking at me because of the way how I look, obviously, the way how I spoke. Even though, to me, like, the way how I'm speaking right now
is normal.
I feel like I'm speaking normally.
Yeah.
Like how you can, like you're speaking right now, like you speak normally.
Yeah.
But for me, it's when I record myself, I sound like a fucking idiot, bro.
I mean, that's how it is even for me. Like, you know, when you sing or whatever, you're over here like, dang, I sound angelic. I sound really freaking good. And then all of a sudden you hear back and all you see is like, I'm like, dang.
Exactly. When you listen to the like voicemail,
when you listen to it back,
recording yourself, and you're like,
you're like, hold on, never mind. I thought I was over here. I was gonna make it out of the trenches, bro.
Exactly.
I almost made it out. Shoot, but no.
But being with you, being with Daniel, Ray, David, and like my other friend Esteban, and like all you guys were like the first people, and Bernadette,
etc. You know, everybody else that knows.
Like,
if you know, you know who you are.
Like you guys like accepted me and all that, and like didn't really give a fuck.
No.
And I'm like, you guys were like kids, right? You guys like hung out, played at the playground and all that. For me, I was already mature for my age, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like how I said, like I was born like with the tumor and with his and I had like I had a tongue, but they cut it off.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the tumor was. And so I was in the nursing home and all that. And I would see things that you and all the other kids that we went to school with in elementary school and high school didn't get to see what was
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, because like how I said that there were kids and adults that got abandoned from their families, that like their parents couldn't take care of them, even though there would be some to visit them and all that. But it was like, you know, that's why I was so quiet, so insecure, so upset and depressed and suicidal.
Yeah.
And it took a toll. My mind was like, there wasn't other kids that spoke, you know, verbally. And so I would speak to the adults that worked there, and I was forming my relationship. So I was really mature, and I didn't know how to
be a kid
and talk to like you or to David and Ray and all my other friends. Like I just had so much in my mind. Like my mom, she worked.
You saw the stress that was happening.
I think I saw.
You saw the real reality.
I saw reality before.
Yeah.
Anyone else saw the reality right after. Later on in life.
Okay, well, to give you guys a visualizer of this, a visualizer, right? Visualization of all of this. Like, close your eyes, okay? You're a kid. You're you're in school. You're playing around. You're being a kid, and you're over here going, haha, lillygagging, you know, you're just laughing because you're at the playground right now. You're playing with your friends, and all he is like, let's say he's on the other side. He's on the wall or with the window right there, watching these kids go outside playing, having fun, while he's still inside just going just like, what's going on? It's
Yeah,
like
that's actually true.
because this
That's actually true because there will
the
be sometimes that I would not go out to recess because kids make fun of me and I would see. I knew bro. This
mm,
is what's so crazy because I knew when people would talk shit about me and make fun of me or mock my face or the way how I talk, and I was not stupid, bro.
I think I remember
I was
one time.
innocent. I was innocent,
Mm,
sensitive, but I was not dumb. I knew what the kids were saying, the way how they looked at me, the way kids didn't even want to touch me, bro. My mom, she would take me to the park,
mhm.
to the this one over
Though,
there,
yeah.
and my mom didn't want to take me because she felt bad because kids didn't play with me. The kids didn't want to play with me, and but I would be so happy. I was like, that's
He's
fine.
like, whatever.
And my mom would be the one that played with me at the playground.
The
And kids did not want to touch me because it was like if I have fucking disease or something. No, I'm not fucking
contagious or nothing. It's
contagious.
like you're not gonna get this. I mean, I remember. I think one time somebody tried making fun of you, and I was there in that position.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
remember I did say something about to that kid, and I was like, "What's wrong with him?"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was like a point where it was like, I don't understand why
You
people are.
you told me about that. I
Yeah,
remember. I remember.
it was because I mean, dude, we're kids, but at the same time, we know. Like, I knew not to be like rude. Like, I would see kids with like patches on their eyes, but it's like then again, I'm over here thinking, I'm like, did somebody stab you in the eye? I think I'm assuming like a lot of times back in the day, kids would just accidentally stab themselves in the eye, and that's why they would have the patch, whatever. Uh,
And some people were blind too. So
yeah, blind as well. So it'd be always just a weird thing, but I could see like what he was kind of going through within that stage that he was in, because at the same time like you were going through that stuff and you were getting bullied, like not to the extent where maybe like there was like more than like 10 people at once. It was like one kid, like it would be like every other kid.
yeah, it would be like 3 people,
Yeah.
and then in one group,
Yeah.
so, and then people would call me like monster freak or whatever,
Mm.
and then they say, "Oh, you speak like you sound like a R word," and I'm like, it hurt me. It really hurt me because that's when like I wanted to kill myself, and
Yeah.
there were so many instances that could have happened. But I look at my mom and I'm like,
Like I can't leave her.
I can't leave her because um. Because my mom was my best friend.
Yeah.
I'm a mama's boy, whatever.
She's
So people can say, "Oh my God, he's a mama's boy," blah, blah, blah. But it's like you don't understand. You are like
it's like
either stupid or you just don't want to understand that people have different
views.
views
Yeah.
and different
Um,
upbringings that you have been through. That you can either be accepting and
mhm.
be like, okay,
Yeah.
or you can either be ignorant, bigotry, have hate in your heart, or be racist, or whatever.
Yeah.
Want to be mean because you think that, oh, it's cool to be mean.
It's not. It's
It's fucking stupid. Whoever said that to you, they're dumb.
mm,
And it was really hard. It was really hard because I didn't see my mom until I saw her like only on the weekends.
mm.
And me and my dad, we didn't have we didn't have a great relationship.
Yeah, it's a different
And
kind.
now, we still don't have a great relationship. That's why I'm like now I'm like
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it's tolerable now. Now you just kind of
I
like,
I I
you know.
I don't care if
Yeah.
that makes sense. I don't care.
I mean, you're an
because-
adult, right?
yeah
We're adults.
yeah. Even though I have to ask them for permission to hang out with my friends or go somewhere because it's like
Because
If-
God forbid.
because God forbid if I don't,
He's gonna say something. He's like,
going
"You're
to
out,"
say
or
something,
something.
and he's going to
Yeah.
say, oh, like if you don't want to live here, go with someone else. Dude, like, don't you see the stuff that I've been through, or did you not take one look at me and be like,
I think
shit,
he's just filled with like hatred.
my son has been fucked over so many times.
Let me give him a break, and he's just
Yeah.
like it's never been the case.
I've been rejected by girls. I've had crushes, and you've been there.
Yeah.
I'm a lover boy, and
At heart, you have a really good heart, right? So
yeah,
good heart, very forgiving, very much so. Like I feel like you just really have to, because you already. I remember seeing you in high school. You literally stood out, and you kind of got out of your shell that you were very much in. And now you got into that thing where you were just like, you know what, I don't care anymore. Like I'm gonna be as outspoken as I want to be.
yeah,
Like if I like a girl, I'm gonna say it. I'll be like, hey, like, and then
yeah.
you just became like that person that was before antisocial to just being very social to people and just saying hi, like, oh, you look beautiful, or you have a great day.
Yeah, that's what.
And that's how you just
You
became.
you hit it on the mark, because when I knew that I could do this, that I'm smart.
Mm.
Like, even though I was in the special ed, I was in the special ed because
We're Mexicans.
exactly, but not because I didn't understand
English
math
grammar.
or whatever. I was in the special ed classes because of my because I had to go to doctor's appointments, and the school wouldn't like push me like, hey, you can do this, like,
Oh yeah, they push you back too. Yeah,
yeah, like
it is for more assistance.
yeah, like, oh, you need more assistance, but thanks to like my school nurse, not my school nurse, my personal nurse.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss B.
So, bro, you see, personal, he make money, man. It's personal.
She was the one that be like, even though you have this, going on, but you're fine over here.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I started to believe it, and you'd be like, oh yeah, she was always right, And my mom, she was starting to believe. My mom was starting to believe too in my dad, and not because they never believed in me. My parents, yeah, they believed in me.
I mean, it's like,
but it was because when you're a parent that has a kid that isn't categorized as normal, you
assume that they aren't okay mentally,
not
or what? Like
that, not that, not
like, do you think you had like a speech impairment?
Like, oh, what's going to happen to my son?
Oh yeah.
Like, how is he going to take care of himself in the future? Like,
well, it's like now it's like you just have like a visual defect, but it's like the visual defect doesn't really like it doesn't really mess with your cognitive anything. Like you're very functional.
Yeah.
It's not like, yes, some people have autism and they're on the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like it's very different. It's not like that because they don't have a certain cognitive thing in their brain where it's like they can't do something because of the way their brain is wired. Your brain is completely normal. You have all the chromosomes that you are intended to have. It's not like you have an extra this or less of this.
Yeah. This does happen because it happened.
Yeah, that tumor happens because it's just something that happens. It's like,
exactly,
and you can't control that. But it was like, yeah, you were able to move. You're able to do everything the way it's supposed to be.
And then
you learn normal too.
Yeah, and then when we went to high school, even though you weren't there in freshman year, you were in Mexico, I was still upset because I was like, shit, I miss my boy Michael. He's missing out.
And then I came back.
And then that's like you said, like I got out of myself. I stopped being, that insecure little boy, and I spoke my mind. I was like,
you grew up.
I grew up, and I would tell people that I knew that was talking shit. I would be like, hey, bro, if you have a problem with me, say it to my face. Like, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, don't hide it, bro. Tell me straight up.
Don't think because I look like this, I don't know how to defend myself.
Mm.
And then that's when they would shut up. And that's when people, like, bit by bit in high school, they were like,
Oh yeah.
but right in high school, that's when everything stopped. Like, everyone didn't talk bad about me, to nothing. And then I would go to talk to girls, like you said,
Yeah.
and
See?
I didn't be like, oh my god, there's a cute girl, I want to go talk to her, and have like, I pretend that I have a confidence, and then when I go up to that girl and be like, oh fuck, I lost the confidence.
No, he had the confidence just already in.
I was like, I had the confidence, but I just had to be normal. Right?
Yeah, just execute your confidence without having to be like, oh, let me hold back. Like me, I was definitely like, I was just a kid, and all I was focused on was video gaming, bro. I think that's what. Yeah, most of my life in high school, I did not care about girls like that. Like I'll be like, I found a girl, be like, oh, she's attractive, but then I wouldn't really like you executed. I never executed. I never did that move like that.
I wish
you talk to them. I
still
would,
haven't had my first kiss. You had. I don't know how
multiple.
many times you had this stuff, but
it's gaming, bro. Gaming was like probably like the thing where like it was my thing.
yeah, because I think, like I said, like we all go through so much stuff that, like for you and me, like we have our different things
that we went through.
We went through,
and there has to be some sort of like scapegoat that we had to like kind of do in order for everything else around us to feel somewhat normal. Because the second that you turn off that Xbox, the second you turn off that PlayStation, whatever, that's when you gotta hit reality again. But when you're in that gaming zone, you're literally like everything else around you doesn't matter. Yeah. That's just how it is. That's how it was. But it's like now I guess we gotta really hit that mark where we have to quit this, stop this, just because not a lot. I don't know if people are gonna be listening all the way through that 1 hour. Like this whole entire thing was like it was a lot of talking. It was a lot. I liked it a lot, bro. It was like very much like we got to do this again, bro. With this, it was literally I literally wasn't even going to start off with even talking about Yolanda net. Not even gonna lie, I wasn't going to.
I feel like this was more.
It was fluid, organic,
more fluid and more organic because
it was because that cocaine where we took.
Especially, I feel like we started off like good, and then I feel like at the end, like right now, we started like real shit, like talking mental health and like all the stuff that I think what
needed to be said,
and like what either we all have different ways of coping with trauma, and I'm still trying to cope. I still have that trauma, but I feel like it closes out.
Preach, bro. That's how they do it in poetry, right? Poetry. That's on a good high note. Like that, bro. You gotta. Everything really does hit different when you have more of a conversation with somebody about this, because it's like a lot of people don't have that therapist. They don't have a lot of that, and because they don't have that, most of the time they don't know how to express their emotions the right way, and so then they take like sadly they have to resort to like if you recall what happened in middle school with that little girl, that young girl, that she had to herself, and it was God, that I remember that because it was like everybody was around. They had a whole big meeting about it, and then like because she was like adopted, right?
That was the first time.
That was the first time I found out that was a real thing. Yeah.
That was
I mean, remember reasons? What is it? 21 Reasons? The
13 Reasons.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's an eerie feeling when you're in middle school and you have to hear about that, for sure.
Yeah, especially like people think that adults are the cruel people,
but it's like kids.
I think kids are even worse because especially they are the ones that don't have that bar to stop. They keep on going.
They keep going.
And going.
This is called no filter.
Yeah, exactly.
But
other than that, I feel like this was good, bro.
I love this, bro. I think everything that we said was final thoughts already, because like we literally already said what you guys should kind of do. Like
we talked about like
mental health.
I feel like we talk about a lot of deaths
Yeah.
in this.
Literally,
I feel like
this
this was about
conspiracies in the beginning.
conspiracy, but I think also about mental health
Yeah,
because of the way how, you know,
the way the reality is of life.
like artists passing away,
Yeah,
getting killed, and the way how they were suffering,
and
then
the
we
reason why
ended off.
somebody decided to off somebody else because she had I feel like she had a mental health as well because of that mental health illness.
Yeah.
But hey,
And then also personal.
personal thing. Anyways,
this topic
was really good, right?
This topic was basically about mental health. Yeah.
Mental health awareness, bro. Mental health awareness.
Mental health awareness.
Oh yeah, when is that out?
I don't know.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that's a white people holiday.
Cinco de Mayo.
That ain't us.
We're celebrating the more.
Exactly.
Taco
Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, bro.
Bruh,
Let's do it. Taco Tuesday.
Why can't we have tacos every day?
Shit, I don't know, man. Taco Bell.
But other than that,
it's a good one, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. So thank you, man.
I got you.
We'll definitely have another one. I think this one's gonna be talking more. Yeah, really soon, bro. This one's gonna definitely be more about how life was in high school.
And also, I feel like maybe like what we want in life.
Yeah.
What
growing
we are
up.
thriving.
What we're thriving for.
Yeah, like what we wanted to be when we were kids, but also now at a point where we are right now.
Yeah.
24, 25.
So no, 23.
23? Nah,
I know what I say. I was joking.
You always piss me off because I'm like, there's no fucking way this man is older than me. Hell no.
Hey, but
it was
anyways,
fun, bro. It was fun.
We'll see you guys on the next episode.
See ya.
I'll see y'all on status.